Hey guys, it's Abby, and today I am going to be doing a Princess Crown eyeshadow tutorial. You've probably seen maybe like a few people doing this on Instagram. That is where I first saw it. And then I saw it on Cosmopolitan's Snapchat, like their little daily news thingy. I saw it on there and I thought I should give it a try, so I did try it out and I actually really like how it came out. So this video is going to be a tutorial on how I did the Princess Crown makeup. First person who actually did this, I don't remember what her name is right now, but I saw her video on it and I will link that down below because it was originally her idea. But yeah, so if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe so you can check out my other videos when I post them. And other than that, let's just hop right into the video. So the first thing I will be doing is priming my eyelids, and I'll be using this NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, and I am just going to be applying that to my lid. And then I am just using my finger to blend that out. So next I will be taking a Coastal Scents 88 Original Eye Palette for most of my shades actually. And I will insert a picture of like each of the shades that I will be using. And then I will be using a Vanity Planet blending brush to blend that all in. So the first shade that I will be using, I am going to take it and I'm going to tap off the excess, and I am just going to be putting this in the crease and above the crease, and then I'm going to almost wing it out, sort of like a cat eye effect. I don't need to put it like directly on the lid part because the crown will be covering that up, so I don't need to put it there, except I am putting a little bit on the outer corner and just a tad bit on the inner corner of the lid, just because the crown won't be covering that up, so we don't want just bare skin. And the outside part doesn't need to be perfect either because I just try to get the whole idea of the shape of what I want, and then afterwards I just go in with my finger and clean it up and make it a sharp line. So as long as you have just a general like kind of shape, then you can always touch it up later with like your finger or a makeup wipe to make it more intense. So next, for the outer corner, we're going to focus as basically only on the outer corner. I'm going to be taking a slightly darker shade and I'm putting it in the crease of the outer corner and blending it up. And this is a more pigmented purple and it is a darker purple because we want to have it go from lighter in the center to darker on the outer corner. And then I'm going to be taking that same darker shade and mixing it with an even darker shade and then tapping off the excess, and once again going into the outer corner of the crease and of the eye to darken that up, so then, like I said, it's like a gradient effect. So now that we are done with the base part of the eye, we are going to be adding the crown now. For the crown part, I am going to be taking, again, the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, and I'm going to be using a really thin, if you can see how thin that is, brush from the Vanity Planet collection. And basically what you want to do, you want to like look down at the mirror so your eyelid is more like open, or like your eyes more closed so your eyelids more like showing, you know. And you just want to take the brush and get a little bit of the concealer on the brush and basically just draw little triangles like the peaks of the crown. So as you can see, I first started out with the outline, and now I am just going to begin filling it in. Okay, so now I have finished filling that in. I forgot to explain the whole point of that. The reason we put the concealer on is to give the shadow a base to stick to and also an outline for where to put the shadow. So then finally for the glitter, I will be using this Wet n Wild palette. It is the natural palette, and this one, it is Bare Necessities, and I am going to be using a brush from the Vanity Planet collection also. It looks like this. And then I'm going to be taking this shade right here, the golden one. I am also going to be taking a little bit of the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray, and I'm going to be spraying that on my brush so the shadow is more pigmented. And now I'm just going to be packing it onto the lid, right in the area where we put the concealer. Okay, so now we are actually done with the whole eyeshadow look. Now I just have to apply my fake lashes, and the ones that I'm using are the Black Magic Lashes in Alpha Girl. So I'm going to apply those real quick and I will be back. So now moving on to the face, I'm going to be starting off with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I am in the shade 1W2 Sand. And let's see, where's my brush? I'm going to be applying that with a Sigma F80 brush. So next I'm going to be taking my loose Airspun powder by Coty and a damp Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and I'm going to be baking my face. Next, while that is sitting, I'm going to be taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'm going to be bronzing up my face. So I'm going to be going from where my ear ends right here, and I'm going to be bringing it down in a straight line towards my mouth. And then before I finish bronzing up the rest of my face, I'm going to be taking the same beauty blender and the same powder, and I am going to be just drawing a sharp line . And then back to the butter bronzer, I'm just going to be applying it to the very top of my forehead. And then on my jawline. Next, I'm going to be taking my Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blush and my e.l.f. blush brush, and I'm going to be applying a little bit to my cheekbones. And then I'm just going to be taking a fluffy brush and brushing away the powder that we used to bake with. Now I'm going to be taking a non-damp Real Techniques Beauty Blender and my ColourPop highlighter in the shade Lunch Money, and I am just going to be applying that to the high points of my cheekbones and the bridge of my nose. Next, I'm taking the Ulta Illuminating Powder and an EcoTools fan brush. And first I'm going to be taking a little bit of the, well, not a little bit, a lot of the product on my brush. And then I'm taking the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray, and I'm just spraying the brush and then applying the highlighter. And it just makes it more pigmented and glowy and perfect. And I really like to glow, so I do this like every time. And then I'm going to do that again and apply it. And then this time I'm just going to dip my brush in without spraying it and go on the bridge of my nose and my Cupid's bow. So next, going all the way back to the eyeshadow, I'm going to be taking the same brush that I applied the gold with, and I'm going to be applying that underneath my eyes slightly, but more towards the inner corner. And then I'm going to be taking shades that I used for the base color to put that in the outer corner. And then I'm going to open up the palette, and I am going to be taking the darkest of the shades that we used and the second darkest, so basically like the ones we put on the outer corner. And I'm going to be starting from the outer corner of the lower lash line and bringing it down. And just blending it out. And then I will be taking my L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara, and I'm applying that to the lower lash line. Then I'm taking my L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner, and I'm applying that to the bottom waterline. Then finally, for eyebrows, I'm going to be taking my CoverGirl Clear Mascara, and I'm using that as a brow gel. So I'm just going to brush that on and shape my brows the way I want them to be shaped. And then the brow gel just keeps them in place and makes them a little bit darker. And then lastly, I'm just taking the Gerard Cosmetics setting spray again and just going to be setting my whole face. So that is all. I kind of buzzed through the face part because that wasn't the whole point of the video, but I just decided to throw that in there so you can all get the idea of how I did my face. But if you want to see a full face tutorial, I will link some of them either down below or in the cards, so you can click on the little I letter that's probably, it's either there or there, up in the top corner. And then you can check out some of my other videos on how I really do my face makeup. And yeah, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!